Welcome back to Dork Points, everybody. This is Ron,
And B.
and we are doing, and we're kind of sick, we're doing another Cheap Games Binge. There will be coughing, just so you know, and raspy voices at some point. Indigo Prophecy. Okay, so the first end of this video is kind of me just playing because, yeah, Indigo Prophecy, it's a murder mystery. It's pretty dark and adult, but the intro is really weird here with David Cage introducing you as a crash test dummy and giving you the tutorial. But anyways, it surrounds some weird occult thing, and your character like kills a guy, and it's kind of brutal and dark, which is why I'm not showing it and why I didn't put Charlie through playing it. It's creepy. It is PS2 though, so it looks wonky now. They have a huge playlist of Theory of a Dead Man songs, which is just kind of funny to me. But yeah, I haven't gotten really into it yet, but it's David Cage, and you know, I love Heavy Rain and oh god, Detroit Become Human, so I'm looking forward to this, but really I've honestly only played the first couple of hours. But the way it interacts is pretty good. I mean, other than just the old school graphics, it's still a pretty functional and fun to play game. So there you go. Alright, moving on to Strange Brigade from the people who brought you Zombie Army 4 and Sniper Elite. It's this weird, throwbacky, kind of almost steampunky thing. It's got a really good sense of humor, and weirdly, it plays exactly like a perfect combination of Zombie Army and Sniper Elite. Now, I know Zombie Army was DLC originally for Sniper Elite, so that helps, but yeah, it's a little different fighting-wise. I like the way everything feels. I don't like the sound of the guns, if I'm honest, but other than that, I'm really enjoying playing this, and I think I'm going to play through it and beat it. And some of the level design is a bit boring and samey, but other than that, I love this sense of humor. I don't know why they advertise the Mummy on the game page, because he's not a playable character. He's just a boss in the first level, so that's confusing. There you go. Strange Brigade. Alright, moving on to Disintegration. Now, Charlie actually saw me play this for a bit, and she didn't seem to mind it too much. It visually kind of reminds me of Mass Effect games, just the weird future quality. But what it is basically a first-person shooter. You're on this like hover bike, and then you command 3 to 4 troops to help you fight these armies of robots. Now, I don't like the distance you're at. I'd like to be up and close and personal, like when I'm shooting. So you're always shooting from a distance, and the robots are always small and in the distance. Now I understand, you know, commanding your crew is the more vital part of the game, but yeah, the shooting, though it feels good, it's too far away. All right, and Demon Pit is the last game that's exclusively for me. But Charlie, I'm sure you have some opinions on this.
Not really.
Okay, thanks. It's an arena wave shooter, and that's what it is. I love the throwbacky PS2 graphics here, or old PC kind of looking graphics. I don't love the way most of the guns feel. The shotgun is really the only good gun in the game. I don't know. I don't like the pistol at all, even though it's unlimited ammo. But yeah, you know, it's just kind of irritating. It's well made for what it is. But what it is a never-ending wave shooter in the same arena with some minor objects changing, and that's it. Alright, and now House Flipper! Charlie is more of a fan of House Flipper 2. I just started playing this. I've done about, I don't know, 12 projects. I really like it. It's a lot like Power Wash Simulator in that kind of zen way, but there are a lot of irritating elements, and if I'm honest, the tutorial really does not hold you by the hand at all. They just kind of throw you in the deep end, and it's like sink or swim, and so sometimes you're spending, you know, 5 to 10 minutes just figuring out how to, you know, get rid of something, just to do the simple tasks, because there's not a step-by-step tutorial at the beginning of the game. Basically, the game itself for the first, I'd say 10 areas or 10 houses is the tutorial. Other than that, what do you think? I mean, House Flipper 2 is definitely the superior.
Yes. Well, mainly because it's newer and it's like better quality.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't really compare it gameplay style because you haven't played this one.
Yeah.
But I guess based on looks.
Based on looks, this one is definitely a downgrade on that.
Okay. All right. So, take it away, Charlie.
This is Hidden Cats in Paris. Another cat game like we love. We have to love these games.
Because no one else will.
Sadly. But yeah, so another cat game. This one now is more of like it's just like one big level and then there's an advanced and then there's more extras.
Yeah, there's some bonus levels like three or 4.
Yeah, and you can unlock things and then there's like extra touches, but yeah. Alright, now it's Bridge Constructor, and Dad didn't play this, but I did.
I've
he
played
watched
Bridge
it.
Constructor Portal.
Yeah, he played the Portal version of this, which I don't know the differences.
It's very different, but it's the same like structure building, but you just have a bunch of people running over it instead of cars.
Yeah. So I don't really know what kind of game this would be.
A phone game?
Yeah, it looks like a kind of a boredom buster game.
Yeah, and it really is.
Yeah, especially when you do things like this and you just
Sadly, at least in the beginning of the game, the early game, the funnest part is just watching things fall apart.
Yeah.
It's real simple at first, but of course, like all these puzzlers, it will get impossible.
Way difficulter. I don't know how to say it.
That
yeah.
good English.
Like I was on like level 7 and it got like way more difficult, so.
Yeah, good game though, for a buck. Can't beat it. Alright, Kill It with Fire, and I was really happy that this was like $2.49 finally. It's basically, it looks and plays like cat lateral damage.
Definitely.
But if you, warning right now, if you have arachnophobia, you skip ahead 30 seconds because, yeah, it's spiders. You're killing spiders with all sorts of things, not necessarily fire. You get a gun at a certain point. I don't like that the spiders will crawl under the couches and beds and stuff and just stay there and make noise, and it creeps you out, and I don't know why you can't like lean down, but this part's really cool. You get a gun. It's it's good.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, moving on to Laws of Machine. Why don't you explain it since you played it?
It's definitely like a puzzler platformer game, as you can see. It's simple.
It's simple. It's not trash. It's not a total. It's definitely a smaller company, a little cheaper of a game, but it's not like that garbage like Game Try or Button B. It's actually, and they have different modes. There's like a racing mode. Most of it is platforming. You got a rocket pack here, but for what it is, it's okay. I thought.
It's just pretty simple. There was one part where I got extremely stuck and didn't know what to do though, so
that looked frustrating.
Yeah, it was extremely frustrating.
All right, and final game of the night, Digitris. Now, I compared it to Tetris, but really it's, other than visually and the boxes disappearing, it's a math game.
Yeah, definitely.
More so.
It's definitely that, and it does have a 2-player mode, so you can play it with people.
Unfortunately, the second player, or whoever loses first, is just stuck watching the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So it has local co-op, which is awesome, no, it's just 2 players.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if a person dies, you're just watching the other person play forever. You can't restart or use a life or anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but if you are really good at math, then this would be like the perfect game.
It's a really competent, cheap game.
Yes, yes, very much.
All right, there you go. That's all the cheap stuff we've played recently.
Goodbye, and
like and subscribe.